As a vendor in UNGM, I can at any time come to the tender alert service page. So I don't need to complete full registration. All I need to do is provide the very minimum account details to get a user account on UNGM, and then I will see a link in my menu to the tender alert service. So the tender alert service is a daily email which will go out providing details of all the new tender notices which have been published on UNGM, matching the criteria that I'm going to set up now under my tender alert service subscription. So the first thing to do is to just click on subscribe now, which will create my subscription, and the subscription does not become active until it's been paid for. So the current fee is $250 per year. But what I can do is I can set up my subscription in terms of my preferences anytime I like, and then as soon as I actually do go through with the payment, then it will become active. If I don't choose to go through with the payment, I can always come back later and my preferences will be saved. So in order to make the email interesting to me, specific to the goods and services that I'm interested in, I need to choose some UNSPSC codes. As normal, I can search and expand and collapse all the way through this list looking for things which relate to my products. I'm just going to say choose one here for live animals, and that's enough to get started. It's a minimum of one code selected, although you can select as many codes as you like. I can also optionally choose to restrict the alerts to certain countries. So if I'm only interested in tender notices which apply to certain countries, I can say that here. So if I only want notices for Denmark, for example, I can just add that country here. Or if I remove that and select no countries, as you can see, this means basically I will just receive alerts for all countries. Any UNGM vendor can have one or more contacts, as in individual people who work for this particular vendor. In this case, there is only me, but if there were multiple contacts here, I'm free to deselect or select whichever contacts I want to actually receive the email. So once I've set up my preferences on the first three tabs, the only thing that's left for me to do is to go to the payment. I have the option to redeem a voucher if I've received a voucher. This could reduce the $250 fee if applicable. I just need to accept the terms and conditions. I also have the option to create a recurring subscription, which means that my $250 payment will be automatically retrieved at the end of my subscription period, which is 1 year. Once I'm happy with all of this, I just click on Pay Now and I'm sent to an external payment provider. So this is not in the UNGM website anymore, but this is a payment processing company who will take the payment. And I'm just going to enter a few pieces of test data here. This is not a real payment, but the page would behave exactly the same in a real environment. And then when I click on Pay here, that payment will be processed by the credit card company and I will be returned to UNGM to show that my payment has been successful and that my tender alert service subscription is now active, as you can see here, and that it expires 1 year from now.